Yo, 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 yo. This is another lovely episode of It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Alright, I'm going to get straight to the point on this jump because I don't really got a lot of time today. A lot of times I feel bad because the first thing I'll say is, I'll have a better episode for you guys later. Oh, the next one will be better. The next one will be more structured. And in all honesty, my intentions are always to give you guys a proper product to digest because you guys spend your most important commodity on me. You feel me? The most important commodity we do have on this planet is our time. Money is great. Money is cool. Money is the reason why you guys aren't getting as much podcasts as you can get because, like I said, I don't make nothing off of this. I pay money monthly to get my thoughts out to you guys. So sometimes the product is amazing. Sometimes the product is lackluster. Sometimes the product is pure basura. Basura, I might be saying it wrong, but basura is Spanish for trash. All right, so I feel like sometimes my podcast could be way better. And then sometimes I feel like, all right, I knocked it out the park. And then sometimes it's just like, yeah. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. My more recent episodes have been, because to be 100% honest with y'all, the one that I wanted to do about grief that I don't even think I ever officially did, I ended up using the drafted version of the episode and just edited down the drafted version because at the time my mind frame was in a spot where I couldn't wrap my mind around being professional enough to do what needed to be done for y'all. Then I recorded an episode of, I got another podcast that I just started. And I recorded an episode of that, but I didn't release that one on Apple Podcasts. And I might not release it there for a while. I might just leave it I might leave it in the spot that it's in for now. Because the way I'm running through those topics and the way I'm talking about them, I just don't know if y'all want to hear me on that type of time. But I only got one episode of that. And that's the reason why you guys haven't heard from me since the 5th. Because I didn't even really do the due diligence of giving you guys, which is, my lovely audience. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know or understand for real. I didn't give y'all the proper due diligence of a quality product. You feel me? And y'all always deserve a quality product because these numbers are magnificent numbers for something that I don't promote. You feel me? I always say that. The fact that I don't promote this stuff and the turnout is so good is nothing short of a miracle mixed with a blessing. You guys give me the most important commodity you have, and that's time. and I'm very appreciative of it. But what I do want to say is the reason y'all can't get either as many podcast episodes as I could possibly think of and push out from a quantity and a quality aspect is because podcasting is not paying any bills. Not from me. Yes, I'll say, oh man, I'm getting this milestone. Oh man, I'm getting that milestone. But in reality, from a microcosm, I would probably need maybe my audience to grow, like without exaggeration. I would need my audience to grow by maybe 60 times its size for me to see any kind of real traction money-wise. And it still wouldn't be enough based on the metrics that I'm reading. This is not any fault of you guys. Honestly, the name of this episode is It's Okay Not the Podcast. And I'm not, like, basically, this whole thing could be a disclaimer episode because I'm not here to bash anyone or anything. Life happens. I got a tooth removed. The world is just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my sons had like almost a concussion. He got knocked out real bad. This happened today. You know what I mean? So prayers to him. Life in itself can be more complicated and more unique than we could ever give it the proper credit for. And so, under those terms, we have to realize that it's okay to be human. It's okay not to have certain emotions. Like, it's okay to not always be in the best headspace, really. But it's also okay to give yourself the proper amount of time to adjust, strategize, adapt, adhere, take heed. All of these adjectives for, giving yourself the room to be human enough to recognize what's up with you. You know what I mean? So, like, I ain't even want to come on here and rant about how I'm broke. And this ain't send me some cash out money. This is a episode just letting y'all know, like, look, man, I wish I could be in more of a capacity for you guys. But at the current moment, I'm trying to take care of like 3 or 4 things at once. And time is the most important commodity I have, even though I'm not the best at time management. So I just hope someone can pluck something from just hearing my voice, and understanding that I'm not taking hiatuses because I want to take hiatuses. Sometimes life really gets in the way and you can't do what you want to do, so you got to do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Because if it was up to me, I would hit record 3 times a week. I will have topics for y'all 3 times a week. In the future, I'll attempt to dissect different elements of my own emotional weaknesses and the quote unquote bad vices that I attached or have attached those emotional weaknesses to. For example, I miss my ex-girlfriend, man. Dang, I miss Shawty, man. She don't even know. Life only gets on my nerves because she could care less if I miss her. You know what I mean? Like, and I miss Shawty, man. Like, I talked trash about her a couple of episodes ago. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know how, whatever. Whenever I was talking all that trash about her, I get why I was talking trash about her, but that don't change the facts, man. And I don't miss her for the reasons people think, oh, man, we was on to something with that podcast, man. And I gotta act like it never existed. 100 episodes, bruh. I gotta act like it never existed. Imagine. Like, now I understand why people get mad over $100. Because regardless of how you got that $100, you worked hard for that $100. For it to just be gone. For you just to lose that $100. At first I'd be like, man, it's just $100. But now I get it because I can translate that emotion to 100 episodes worth of progress. 100 songs being done and not being released. Because I've gone through that before. So, I've gone through 100 songs not being released. As a musician, 100 plus songs never being released. I've gone through 100 plus podcast episodes probably deleted and forgot all about. You know what I mean? So, like, the time is really what makes people it's what ties emotion to a lot of things, the time. But perfect example today, me and my supervisor has a relationship outside of work. You feel me? Like, I've known him for a very long time. We cool. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, we cool. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. Like, that's been my man since high school. You feel me? So, like, we are cool. We are very cordial. I don't have a beef with him. But, what I want to say to y'all, alright, but he don't realize that I be whining over the concept of my time, because I be realizing that I don't necessarily play with my time. I mess up on my own time. And I've gone through this with, like, other coworkers in the past. So imagine this. Okay, forget this recent instance. I'm gonna bring you to another instance. I used to work with this dude. We was cool for a minute. I don't remember him back in the day in high school, but me and him went to high school around the same time, same high school. But we used to work together at one spot, got cool or whatever. start working at another spot together or whatever. So he started, hey man, can you give me a ride to work? I'm not thinking it's an everyday thing. This is a whole nother situation. This ain't the situation I'm in now. But it does relate because it's kind of sort of similar. Now, from my house to the job site used to be it was a 30-minute flat process. You feel me? Hear me out, y'all. 30 minutes flat. You feel me? Now, this guy lived about 15 minutes or so in the opposite direction of the work site. Only 15 minutes away from me. But he lived in the opposite direction of the work site. So, in translation, I would have to wake up maybe an hour. I would have to leave out the house maybe an hour earlier, or even an hour, 10 minutes earlier, as opposed to the 30-minute window that I used to have to leave out. Again, with time being your most precious commodity, that could put a strain on how you feel about certain situations. You feel me? So now, because money's great, money's cool, money's necessary. Money could possibly be the most important commodity we have, but no. Because at the end of the day, if I made a bunch of money and I died with a bunch of money, then people are just going to be fighting over the money. Guess what has to take place? Or guess what has to get wasted when people are fighting for the money after I do pass away? Time. We all got to realize that time is way more important than the money. Because time is essentially all a lot of us have. That's all I really be having. It's time. And what you do with your time is on you. But you should also never feel like your time is more important than anyone else's time. And you should never get into a situation where you feel like you're in a box enough as to where your time is more important than someone else's time. Or their time is more important than your time. Nah, our time is as important to us as each other's time. Like, in reality, that's why a lot of relationships fall apart. I'm going back to the ex. Well, my ex didn't realize. And maybe it affected her differently because of how she values her time. Is I didn't have time to deal with certain nonsense. And so I guess because I didn't have time to deal with certain nonsense, she didn't have time to deal with me. But I'm not dealing with nonsense. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like I said, what people don't realize is how much effort goes into giving you their time. I'm going to give y'all one more example, and then I'm getting off of this jump because I got to go get ready to punch a clock. But today, I see a man outside of a restaurant. I tell him I ain't got no money on me. But, like, I ain't had no physical cash on me. But, do you want something to eat out the restaurant? He said, man, just give me either an ice cream cone or get me a smoothie. All right, cool. I go and order this smoothie at, let's just say, oh yeah, I ordered the smoothie at 10:47. The smoothie wasn't completed until maybe 11:17, 11:20ish. Think about how much time I sat there wasted. I wasted more time waiting to complete a good deed for this individual that I probably never see him again. He probably never see me again. I took so long he thought I forgot about him. That's how long I took. That's how long the good deed itself took. That's how long the wait was. That wait was longer than the episode of this podcast. Let that sink in. Time is our most important commodity. And being that as it may, it's okay not to podcast sometimes. Because sometimes you ain't got the time to be trying to podcast. Sometimes you ain't got time to be trying to chase your dreams because you gotta go to work. You got some responsibilities at home. You got other things going on. So give anyone listening to this, if you made it this far, give yourself some credit for just being able to handle yourselves and conduct your time wisely, and use this as like a pat on the back, a virtual pat on the back. Congratulations. You got this. You can handle this. You're built for this. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And don't forget to thank the higher ups whenever you can, because this here life isn't granted. And every day we could wake up and be above ground and have a thought and have a proper train of thought is an amazing blessing. It's a blessing to be mad sometimes. It's a blessing to have the memory to be able to backtrack and recognize and realize and contemplate and try to figure out what the future holds and whatnot. Like, there's a blessing in all of these things. So, I'm going to wrap this up, but I appreciate you all. Thank y'all for dealing with the background noise. Thank y'all for dealing with, just me going on rants. Thank y'all for everything. You guys are amazing. I do appreciate y'all. And like I say, I do aim to give y'all a better product. But for the meantime, in between time, it has been an amazing journey thus far. And I really hope the person with that self-love, I think it's called the Self-Love Book Podcast, or the Self-Love Talk Podcast, or the Self-Love Podcast. This girl, man, she hasn't dropped anything for over a year. And man, I wish I could find her and just be like, yo, make one episode. Make one episode for us. But I know it ain't that easy. But the same way I would hope people will want to reach out to me the way I want to reach out to her. Because, bruh, I don't care if she just on there talking about nothing. I would love to hear her voice and to know that she is doing okay, because she is one of the reasons I'm here talking to you guys today. This has been another lovely episode of It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Okay. Don't sue me, Drake. Y'all take care. Be safe. And until next time, hopefully I got a dope brown. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man.